Jesus' third example. If any one of the occupation troops forces you to carry his pack 1 mile, carry it 2. This example is drawn from the relatively enlightened practice of limiting to a single mile the amount of forced or impressed labor that Roman soldiers could levy on subject peoples. The Angeria. It's called the Angeria. The Angeria said that soldiers had the right to force civilians to carry the pack, but they had to reassume it after 1 mile. Such compulsory service was a constant feature in Palestine from Persian to late Roman times. Whoever was found on the street could be coerced into service, as was Simon of Cyrene, who was forced to carry Jesus' cross. That was the Angeria. In effect, armies had to be moved with dispatch. Ranking legionnaires bought slaves or donkeys to carry their packs of 60 to 85 pounds, not including weapons. The majority of the rank and file, however, had to depend on impressed civilians. Whole villages sometimes fled in order to avoid being forced to carry soldiers' baggage. What we've overlooked in this passage is the fact that carrying the pack a second mile is an infraction of military code. With few exceptions, minor infractions were left to the disciplinary control of the centurion, who was the head of 100 men. He might fine the offending soldier, or flog him, or put him on a ration of barley instead of wheat, or make him camp outside the fortifications, or force him to stand all day before the general's tent holding a cloud of dirt in his hands, or, if the offender was a buddy, issue a mild reprimand. But the point is that the soldier does not know what will happen. It's in this context of Roman military occupation that Jesus speaks. He does not counsel revolt. One does not befriend the soldier, draw him aside, and drive a knife into his ribs. Jesus was surely aware of the futility of armed insurrection against Roman imperial might. He certainly did nothing to encourage those whose hatred of Rome would soon explode into violence. But why carry the soldier's pack a second mile? Does this not go to the opposite extreme by aiding and abetting the enemy? Not at all. The question here is, as in the 2 previous instances, how the oppressed can recover the initiative and assert their human dignity in a situation that cannot, for the time being, be changed. The rules are Caesar's, but how one responds to the rules is God's. And Caesar has no power over that. Imagine then the soldier's surprise when at the next mile marker he reluctantly reaches to assume his pack and the civilian says, "Oh no, let me carry it another mile." Why would he want to do that? What's he up to? Normally soldiers have to coerce people to carry their packs. But this Jew does so cheerfully and will not stop. Is this a provocation? Is he insulting the legionnaire's strength? Being kind? Trying to get him disciplined for seeming to violate the rules of impressment? Will this civilian file a complaint? Create trouble? Let's role play this one.
Peasant.
Just a second, let me get my other partner up here. Yes, this is the centurion. Okay, you're the soldier, and I'm the peasant. Okay? Roll cameras.
Peasant. Pleasant.
Yes.
Carry my bag. 1 mile.
No, I've got to get back into the field.
No, you are demanded to do it right now.
Oh, God. This is heavy. What? You're a geologist or something?
No talking. Okay, your mile is up.
Oh, no, that's too short. Sorry. Okay. Have you heard about Jesus?
No, sir.
He's a preacher. He comes around and he's saying that you can love your enemy. Now, that's not possible, is it?
No.
No, I think you're my enemy. I think that I hate you. But Jesus says, I love you. And that doesn't seem like it's possible. Against nature or something. But anyway, it would be interesting to have a world in which people loved each other and forgave them and learned to love their enemies and stuff. Wouldn't that be great?
No.
Well, it wouldn't put you guys out of business. Okay, that's what is this the first mile marker?
Yes, sir. I'll have my bag back.
Oh, no, I'll take it.
No, I need my bag back. No, I need my bag back. Sir, I need my bag back. Sir, my bag.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Are you the centurion?
I am, certainly.
This is my second mile, boss.
You let this peasant carry your pack 2 miles?
Yeah, here it
It
is.
was a
right here.
mistake. A mistake? You know what the rules are here. We are not here to make these peasants rebel.
You know, it was all my fault, really, because I started talking to him about Jesus, and I got carried away. Yeah, don't.
You go back to the fields. I don't want to hear about
Wait, here's-
Jesus. Go back to your grapes or whatever. You're going to have to come in around 7 o'clock. Get up early. And we'll discuss what your punishments should be.
From a situation of servile impressment, the oppressed have once more seized the initiative. They've taken back the power of choice. They have thrown the soldier off balance by depriving him of the predictability of his victim's response. He has never dealt with such a problem before. Now he must make a decision for which nothing in his previous experience has prepared him. If he has enjoyed feeling superior to the vanquished, he will not enjoy it today. Imagine a Roman infantryman pleading with a Jew to give him back his pack. Oh, give me back my pack! The humor of this scene must have escaped us, but it could scarcely have been lost on Jesus' hearers, who must have been delighted at the prospect of thus discomfiting their oppressors. Jesus does not encourage Jews to walk a second mile in order to build up merit in heaven, or to be pious, or to kill the soldier with kindness. Rather, he is helping an oppressed people to find a way to protest and neutralize an onerous practice despised throughout the empire. He is not giving a non-political message of spiritual world transcendence. No, he is formulating a worldly spirituality in which the people at the bottom of society or under the thumb of imperial power can learn to recover their humanity. I hear sounds.
I'm really sorry.
One could easily use Jesus' advice vindictively. That is why we must not separate it from the command to love enemies that is integrally connected with it in Matthew and Luke. But love is not averse to taking the law and using its oppressive momentum to throw the soldier into a region of uncertainty and anxiety that he has never before known.